tonight. It is a beautiful, sunny Monday morning. Woo! Hope you guys had a good Easter. I had to work Easter, so it wasn't too bad. I got to wake up. I was over at Sean's house on Saturday, so I woke up with him, and his parents set up 2 little chocolate Easter bunnies right in front of our door. It was really cute. They were telling us, they're like, oh yeah, sorry, we wanted to get everyone Easter baskets, but we thought you guys were adults enough not to really need one, but I was like, it's probably fine. It's at least a thought that counts of, hey, we still want to include you in Easter. Here's something a little chocolatey. It's like, oh, that's really sweet. I appreciate that. And so, and so I had to go to work, and I was being a manager, and so it was funny, since it was Easter, most places were closed, and so my store and I started keeping a tally of every time someone called to ask what our hours were today. We had about almost 20. And that's just the ones we recorded. That wasn't the ones where other people had picked up not knowing to make the tally. So we had about 20 altogether. We also started a tally of how many people asked us if we had bunnies that day, since, it was Easter. We only had 2. So that one wasn't too bad. But the hours one, that was pretty entertaining for most of the day. And so, had a good Easter. The day went fairly fine. The only really fun aspect, at least for me, I know Shauna got a little tipsy about it, but I adopted a fish tank yesterday. It's exactly as it sounds. One of my coworkers decided that she did not want her 10-gallon tank anymore. Her 10-gallon tank could stand. And she's like, well, hey, I know you want to get a fish tank. Do you possibly want it? I was thinking, I thought about it for 3 days before I answered her back. 3 days. I was thinking about it. I was like, do I really want a fish tank? Do I really want a fish tank? I really want a fish tank. I really do. And I started getting so excited at the thought of having a 10-gallon fish tank that I said yes. And so yesterday I went to her house. I picked up the tank and all her supplies that she wanted to give away to me. She plans on moving in April, so that's why she was giving the tank away. Or not April, August. And so she's slowly trying to rid of things before she moves. So I got her 10-gallon, and I am super excited about it. It already has a couple of things in it. Like, I already had black gravel with a little bit of different colored accents. It had a couple of glass tubes, if you will. It had 2 leopard danios, a guppy, 3 ghost shrimp. There is 3 ghost shrimp in there. I saw the 3rd one this morning. And then 2 assassin snails. And so, she just didn't want it anymore. She didn't want to keep up with the uptake. And it was still fairly clean, it still looked really nice. And all of her plants looked really good too. There's probably 6 plants in there. I think I was able to combine them into 4 different ones. There are 2 that are growing really nicely. But and so she already had the filter, the heater, everything. And so I was like, okay, sure, fuck it, I'll take it. And so now I have a 10-gallon fish tank. I think what I'm gonna do for it is yesterday before I left work, I got a cute little Japanese looking hut. And so I kind of want to make it a little Japanese themed. I want to we have a cute little bridge. Sean and I have talked about getting a fish tank for a while now. We had a couple of different ideas for it. We really kind of liked the Japanese aspect for it, and so I think that's what we're gonna do. So at my store, we have 3 little pieces that we think would go really well in a tank. Probably won't be able to do the volcano anymore, but I don't think we'll be able to do the volcano anymore. Those are meant for big tanks anyway. We were thinking of getting a 30-gallon fish tank, we were gonna upgrade Louie and Sophie to a 40-gallon and then use their 30-gallon that they're in as a fish tank. I didn't think about it. That's a really big tank. It's a really big tank. I mean, hell, I'm looking at this 10-gallon right now. I'm like, wow, I have so many options to do for it. And so, excuse me. And so, yeah. So, I got one of the little huts yesterday. Now I want to get the bridge and what the store calls Japanese shrine, which is a cute little wooden Japanese hut. And so I want to have all three of those. I want to kind of maneuver the plants around a little bit to make more of like a foresty area. And then I think that's all the decoration that we want. I think that is the decoration. And so for fish, we all have to discuss on what we want to do for a 10-gallon tank for fish. But I might just get rid of the 3 big fish in there. I'll get rid of the 2 leopard danios and the guppy. Yeah, I really kind of like leopard danios. They're kind of growing on me right now. But I want to get a betta fish, because bettas are cool. I like them. I want to get a couple of bleeding heart tetras. They're basically a little tiny tetra that is kind of like a reddish pink color. And then right on the center of their side, they have red dots. So they kind of look like a Japanese flag almost. They're really cool. That I want to get a couple of balloon mollies because I love them and they're fat. They have such a fat little belly. I love them so much. But we'll have to see. Considering it's only a 10-gallon, I can fit a maximum of 7 fish in there. Maximum. To make it comfy for the tank. This is only including the more top dwellers. Bottom dwellers, I can kind of fudge a little bit. Because, I mean, there's already 3 ghost shrimp in there. I want to get a pleco to clean the glass and stuff. Because shrimp are great scavengers, and some of them are really great algae eaters. But plecos do a better job with it, comparatively. And so, yeah. I'm going to get a pleco. We have a couple of different plecos. I want to get some balloon mollies. I want to get the bleeding heart tetra. And I want to get a betta. So those are my first on my little checklist. Like I said earlier, Sean was not completely as excited as I was when I first got the tank, which I understand. You know, we did talk about waiting until August to get a tank, but that was setting up the 30-gallon tank and, you know, moving Louie and Sophie up to the 40-gallon. I mean, I do feel a little bad for just jumping the gun and being like, yeah, let's do it. But at the same time, I got really excited about having a fish tank. Like, it was an opportunity. I thought about it for 3 days. I made sure it was something that I wanted to do. You know, something that I wanted to dedicate my time to, something that I really wanted. And it was. You know, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I got so giddy about having a 10-gallon fish tank. I was just like, yeah, I'm doing it. It's gonna happen. I'm doing it right now. So, sometimes you have to be a little proactive. I am not always the most patient person in the world. So, yes. I've been waiting for this moment. Because, I mean, to be fully honest, I used to not like fish. I used to not like fish at all. I did have a 20-gallon when I was in college. I swear to God, knowing what I know now, I had the worst fucking fish tank in the world. You know, I had all the necessities. I had the filter, I had the heater, I had the gravel and all little tiny decorations and stuff. But the fish that I had together, I'm surprised worked. Because I had 2 giant ass goldfish. I had 2 gouramis, which gouramis can be assholes. I started getting some smaller goldfish, but they never really ever survived. Like, I got some really pretty coy looking goldfish. Like, they were calico goldfish. They were calico goldfish. Them, I also, up in Washington at the time, the glowfish were they were being sold there. They weren't illegal. And so I also got, I think it was 3 of the glowfish, the green glowfish. I had all of this in a 20 gallon. I don't think at the same time, I think they were kind of, you know, introduced once, one died and all that stuff. But like, I had those for quite a while, just all together. Usually you aren't supposed to put goldfish in with other fish, especially with gouramis, because they can be complete assholes, and they're cannibals for a reason. And so, yeah, I'm just surprised the fuck that worked. I eventually got really sick and tired of having a 20 gallon tank, and just was like, fuck this shit. And I sold all my fish and everything that was in the tank. I kept the tank, because at the time, we needed it for Louie, because he was in a different situation, and so we upgraded him to a 20 gallon tank. And so while we were in Washington, he was in a 20 gallon tank, and then we moved down here, we were able to upgrade him to a 30 gallon tank. And so yeah, and now once we get our own apartment, which hopefully will be by August, I'd like to think it'd be by August, but probably won't be until September. We will then upgrade him, because he has a neighbor now. It's Louie and Sophie, not just Louie. We can upgrade them to a 40 gallon tank, and they'll be much more comfortable there. Because 40 gallons, we have 40 gallon breeders, which are super wide, and those fucking tortoises, to be correct, are just, they are destructives. They will destroy their entire tank. You'll make it look all nice, you'll make it look all pretty, and then they'll just go in and mow everything down and like dig under everything and just destroy the shit out of it. And you're just like, thanks guys. I try and make everything look nice, and then you do this. The fuck. So, yeah. I now have a 10 gallon fish tank. I am super excited. It's going to be a fun little project for me. So, yay, fish tank. But yeah, once I finally got the job at Petco, at the status of being the aquatic specialist, because at first I didn't even want to be the aquatic specialist. I was talking to the previous companion animal department manager, and he's like, hey, you know, I think it'd be a really good job in working in aquatics and stuff like that. And I kind of looked at him, I was like, I really don't like fish. I really don't. And having my hands in a tank all day does not sound like a fun idea. But then it grew on me, and I was like, you know what? I can do it. And now, being at that position, or still currently also doing aquatics for about 6 months now, if not a little longer, July, August, I've been at that job for 8 months now. Interesting to think about. I now really think fish are really cool, and they're really pretty, and you can do a lot with a tank. And so, yeah, ever since being the aquatic specialist, it got me really excited about having a fish tank again. So, I was excited. I had to do it. And I did it. I did it! I did it! So, Sean and I are gonna go in whenever he decides to come into Petco, either maybe during lunch today, or just a date that we want to go to Petco, and we'll talk about fish and see what fish we want. Because I don't think I'm gonna get any fish without him, because I want to, because, you know, it is our fish tank. It is, you know, something that I wanted us to do as a project together, you know, kind of have as a little joint thing. These fish tanks are really cool. They're really neat to keep up with. So it'll be at my place, but I want him to also have input upon it. So, yeah, hopefully we'll start getting on that fish tank stuff. So, woo, lighting, good job, horribleness, yay! Alright guys, well, I'm at work. I hope you guys all have a most fabulous day. 'Cause I'm hopefully gonna have a good day. Hopefully it'll all go well. So, alright guys, you guys have a good day, and remember to smile. See you guys.